I should have trusted my gut. The second she texted me, "Come out tonight, I miss you," I felt something off. We hadn't spoken in months. The last time we did, it ended ugly. But something about the way she said it, so casual, like nothing happened, made me feel like she already knew I'd say yes. I told her I'd think about it, but within 10 minutes, her friend DM'd me too. She's not trying to argue. Just talk. Come out for a bit. Two of them? That's when the paranoia crept in. But then again, what if I was tripping? I grabbed my hoodie and told myself, "Don't be dramatic." She said they'd pick me up. And the moment that car pulled up, everything inside me screamed not to get in. It wasn't just them in the back seat. There was a guy in the front I'd never seen before. And when I opened the door, he barely even looked at me. Didn't say a word. Just stared forward like this was routine. Still, I got in. And that's when the doors locked. We pulled off in silence. No music, no small talk, just tension. I tried to play it cool, but my eyes kept bouncing between the mirror and the guy's hands. He was gripping the wheel like he'd been waiting to do something. Then she leaned forward from the back seat and whispered, "You still keep cash on you like that?" That's when my stomach dropped. Why would she ask that? I laughed it off. But the girl next to her chimed in too. "Yeah, didn't you used to walk around with like, what? $400? I froze. That was months ago. I barely even remembered telling her that. Then the driver finally spoke. "Relax, bro. Ain't nobody trying to rob you." But the way he said it was the opposite of relaxing. I looked around. The windows were tinted. I didn't know where we were. And worst of all, my phone was at 7%, no signal. I said I needed to use the bathroom, hoping they'd stop somewhere. They laughed. "We not stopping yet," she said. And then the locks clicked again. I knew right then this wasn't just awkward. It was a setup. I started mentally rehearsing what I'd do if they tried anything. I wasn't going down easy. But before I could act, the car jerked right and pulled into a gas station. The driver hopped out, but nobody else moved. I looked at her. "What are we doing here?" She smirked. "I forgot to tell you, we gotta make a quick stop first." The guy came back, this time holding something behind his back. I tensed up, ready to swing. But then he opened the back door and handed me a birthday bag. What? Inside was a hoodie, the one I'd been eyeing months ago, the one I couldn't afford. She said, "You think we was really trying to set you up? Chill." Everyone started laughing. Like I was the crazy one. The cash question, the weird energy, all of it, they claimed, was a prank. They said they just wanted to see if I still had trust issues. For a second, I believed them, until I noticed the hoodie still had the security tag on it. I laughed nervously and asked, "Where'd y'all get this from?" The guy said, "Don't worry about that." But something about the way they looked at each other. It wasn't a joke anymore. My gut was screaming again. She looked at me and said, "Look, we was gonna tell you eventually, but now we're already here." Here, I glanced outside. We were at some rundown apartment complex, far from the gas station, far from anywhere I knew. The guy motioned me out the car. "Come inside." 5 minutes. "We got something to show you." She nudged me, smiling. "You'll like it, I swear." Against all common sense, I followed. We walked into a dark unit, door creaking open. There were boxes everywhere. Shoes, clothes, stacks of sealed phones. "You said you wanted to get paid, right?" She whispered. "This is how." They weren't joking. This wasn't a setup for me. It was a setup with me. And by the time I realized it, it was already too late to back out. I wanted to run. Every instinct told me to leave. But one of the guys from inside the apartment blocked the door. "You in now," he said. Ain't no turning back. They gave me a phone, brand new, still in plastic. Sell it. Flip it, keep half. And just like that, I was part of whatever they were doing. For weeks, I kept my mouth shut, told myself I'd only make enough to get out. But money talks. And the more I made, the harder it was to walk away. I kept thinking about that car ride, how one night, one decision, flipped everything. People say trust your gut. I didn't, and it cost me my peace. Now, every time my phone buzzes, I wonder if it's them, asking for another favor. Or worse, wondering if I talked. That's the thing about being lured in. It never feels like a trap, until the cage is already shut. And you're the one holding the key, too afraid to use it. The windshield crackled. Rain streaked across the glass, tiny prisms dancing in the headlights. My gut twisted. I realized I never asked where she wanted to go. 3 blocks ahead, a lone street lamp hummed overhead. We pulled in. My heart pounded. She turned, eyes cold now. "Go ahead," she whispered. Slow. I opened the car door. The wind punched me, sharp. I stepped out. She stayed behind, silent. I fumbled for my phone, dead again. Lightning split the sky. I stared at her. She smiled, half of her face lit. The sound of tires skidding. Behind us, a black SUV screeched to a halt. The rear door swung open. No lights, no faces, only shadows. A voice cut through the rain. Drive, and then another message. Do it or she dies. I froze. My keys slipped from my hand. They clattered in the puddle. Her eyes glinted. Fear or fury? I couldn't tell. The rain turned heavier. Each drop like a drop of blood in my veins. I looked back at the SUV. Movement inside. Silhouettes. A phone buzzed in my pocket. I tore it out. Unknown number. "You have 1 minute." Time slowed. She grabbed my arm. "Don't," she hissed. But I couldn't stop thinking. Past, betrayal, regret. Rain blurred the street lamp. I glanced back. The SUV door closed. No warning. Then headlights flickered on. Suddenly, we were surrounded by red and blue. Sirens. Flashbulbs lit up the scene, police or paparazzi. In that flicker, I saw her face twist. "You can't run from this," she whispered. And then one word, sharp as a knife. "Remember." The lights swirled. I blinked. Reality spun. She pushed me back into the car. Locked the doors. Windshield wipers thumped. My heart sounded louder. I looked at her. White knuckles on the steering wheel. She pressed her lips tight. The phone buzzed again. "We're watching," she gasped. "Run." The words hit me. Run, not drive. RAN, my chest tightened. I pressed the gas. Engine roared. She looked into the rearview mirror. "Swerve," she said. I veered left. Tires skidded. Smoke rose. The SUV flagged us in again. Windows tinted. Glowing eyes. I tried horn. It failed. We flew past the street lamp. The world blurred. Then darkness swallowed us. Silence. Just taillights fading. Rain tapping the roof. I exhaled a breath I didn't know I held. She peeked out the window. Sidelong glance through fogged glass. I looked down. No phone signal. No route. Just black. "Where now?" I asked. She wiped her eyes. Dry voice. "To the end." My pulse slammed. In her bag, a burner phone blinked. She passed it to me, fresh. No charge. A gust of wind rattled the blades overhead. Sirens grew distant behind us. She turned around. "You ready?" she whispered. Lightning lit the horizon. In that flash I saw it. A figure standing in the middle of the road. Dark coat, no hood. Face invisible. Then headlights came blazing toward us. I slammed the brakes. Car screeched. She screamed. My hands shook. The figure stepped forward. Phone buzzed with a final message. See you soon. The headlights blew past us. We missed them by inches. My vision tunneled. Everything slowed. She grabbed my hand. We made it, she said. But I looked at the road. Fog curled in from the sides. On the pavement, a single white envelope, stamped with her name. She stared. I reached out. My phone glowed on the seat, alive again. A new text. Thank you for playing. The engine cut. Total blackout. I heard footsteps behind the seat. I couldn't move. And she whispered one final question, eyes locked on mine. Do you regret it?
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.